United States Navy experts, tanker attack mine resembles Iranian mine. U.S. Navy 5th Fleet base near Fujairah, United Arab Emirates. The limpet mines used to attack a Japanese-owned oil tanker near the Strait of Hormuz last week bore a striking resemblance to similar mines displayed by Iran, a U.S. Navy explosives expert said Wednesday, stopping short of directly blaming Tehran for the assault. Iran has denied being involved in the attack last Thursday that hit the Japanese tanker Fujairah and also the Norwegian-owned front, Altair. The comments by Fujairah Shanghaido came as the Navy showed reporters pieces of debris and a madness they say Iran's Revolutionary Guard left behind when they piloted away an unexploded limpet mine after the June 13 attack in the Gulf of Oman. Iran has also not acknowledged taking the mine. Kaido also stressed that the damage done to the Fujairah was not consistent with an external flying object hitting the ship, despite the ship's owner blaming flying objects for the damage in the attack. Meanwhile, a rocket hit an oil drilling site in Iraq's southern Basra province early on Wednesday, striking inside a compound housing energy giant ExxonMobil and other foreign oil companies and wounding 3 local workers, one seriously, Iraqi officials said. The attack on the oil tankers came against the backdrop of heightened tensions between the U.S. and Iran that take root in President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from Tehran's nuclear deal with world powers a year ago. Iran recently has quadrupled its production of low-enriched uranium and threatened to boost its enrichment closer to weapons-grade levels, trying to pressure Europe for new terms to the 2015 deal. In recent weeks, the U.S. has fed an aircraft carrier to the Middle East and deployed additional troops to the tens of thousands already here. Mysterious attacks also have targeted oil tankers as Iranian-allied Houthi rebels launched bomb-laden drones into Saudi Arabia. All this has raised fears that a miscalculation or further rise in tensions could push the U.S. and Iran into an open conflict, some 40 years after Tehran's Islamic Revolution. The U.S. Navy briefed foreign journalists on Wednesday, at a 5th Fleet base near Fujairah, an Emirati port city some 210 kilometers, 130 miles, northeast of the capital, Abu Dhabi. There, they showed journalists debris recovered from the Fujairah, which they described as including aluminum and composite metals. They also showed a magnet they described as being left behind by the Revolutionary Guard when a stick apparently used to fit the unexploded limpet mine to the ship's hull. Sailors said it took 2 of them and a crowbar to pry it off the ship. Those pieces put together have U.S. sailors suspecting the limpet mine came from Iran. They showed a picture previously shared among weapons experts of a limpet mine on display in Iran, which they said resembled the one they suspected was used on the ship. That picture showed a conical mine, some 42 kilograms, 90 pounds, in weight, on display with a sign next to it identifying it as being produced by a research company affiliated with the Revolutionary Guard. The limpet mine that was used bears a striking resemblance to that which has been publicly displayed in Iranian military parades, Kaido said. There are distinguishing features. Kaido declined to elaborate. Iran's mission to the UN declined to comment, referring reporters instead to remarks by Iranian Defense Minister Jan Amir Hatami, who said allegations about Tehran's involvement in the tanker attacks was an unfair accusation and totally a lie meant to tarnish Iran's image. According to the semi-official Fars news agency, Hatami questioned the authenticity of a grainy video released by the U.S. following the attack and purporting to show Iranian Revolutionary Guard forces removing an unexploded limpet mine from one of the tankers. The date and the location shown in the footage have not been authenticated, he said. The Americans can show any footage but it cannot be used as evidence. The mines were placed above the vessel's waterline. One exploded, punching through the double-hulled ship and sparking a brief fire. The placement of the mines on the vessel makes it not appear that the intention was to sink the vessel, Kaido said. The damage we observed is consistent with a limpet mine attack. It is not consistent with an external flying object hitting the ship, Kaido said. Authorities also recovered a handprint and fingerprints, he said. We recovered biometric information which can be used to build a criminal case to hold the individuals responsible accountable. He did not offer more details. He also declined to discuss an earlier, May 12th attack on 4 oil tankers off the coast of Fujairah near the U.S. base, which America similarly blames on an Iranian limpet mine attack. Analysts also believe those attacks came from limpet mines. In Iraq on Wednesday, a Fujairah rocket landed at dawn in the Fujairah and Blue Mila oil field plant, operated by the Iraqi drilling company, where ExxonMobil and other companies have caravans counting their workers, security official Madi Rayton said. ExxonMobil, based in Irving, Texas, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In May, it evacuated gas from the West Kernowern oil field in Basra province. As Washington-Tehran tensions escalated, there have been concerns that Iraq could once again get caught in the middle between its two top allies. The country hosts more than 5,000 U.S. troops and is home to powerful Iranian-backed militias, some of whom want those U.S. forces to leave. In May, the U.S. evacuated non-essential diplomatic staff from Iraq. That came before a missile landed in Baghdad's Green Zone, near the sprawling U.S. embassy. No one claimed responsibility for Wednesday's attack, and Iraqi oil exports were unaffected. /ATM. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.